Welcome to episode 94, Black Friday Home Sales. I'm your host, Sean Patrick Maloney. Thanks for joining me this week. I know I got y'all. You were like, wow, there's going to be a house for sale for Black Friday. Still not there yet. Though we have internet-based sales, though we have a lot going on, we really don't do Black Friday sales when it comes to home sales. Reason being is the price really never changes that quickly, and obviously we don't offer those types of discounts. But what I want to talk to you today about is buying during the holiday season and how to do it appropriately. So first off, I want to talk to you about the holiday season. The holiday season looks differently for everybody. I was a Catholic, so I grew up with Christmas, but I grew up in an area where it was mainly Jewish, so it was Hanukkah. And that gave me a different outlook than most people have. It taught me something early and young that not everyone celebrates the same holidays. Not everyone celebrates the holidays the same way. So not every time does it go the exact way we think of what we do. That's really important to understand when it comes to trying to schedule, because someone who has Hanukkah has 7 days versus someone who has Christmas may have only 1 or 2 days, depending on if they do Christmas Eve. And then somebody who does Kwanzaa, they may have a certain days as well. So understanding your clients and your clients' needs is going to help, but also making sure they understand your needs. In a world that we live in now, we have so many different religions, so many different races, which is excellent and amazing, and I love diversity, but explaining your needs during the holidays so nobody gets let down. If you're Jewish, letting them know that you're taking those days off for Hanukkah. If you're, Christian, letting them know about Christmas. What days do you not expect to work? Doesn't matter what you are. It's just setting those realistic expectations so that everybody understands. So when you're working with your buyer's agent, you want to let them know, I'm not going to be available during these days, or I am going to be available during these days, and they're going to let you know when sellers are or are not. So when you're buying a home during Black Friday type events, you're not going to get a huge deal. Like I said, that was kind of just a joke of a name. But during the holidays, there's a lot going on. So make sure you're respectful of everybody overall. So one of the first things I want to talk about is during the holiday season, dates matter more than money. I know that most of the time when we're talking about houses, it's all about getting the most money. If we're making offers right now, if we were to offer on a home today, our closing date would be pretty close to Christmas, Hanukkah, as well as New Year's. It would fall into Kwanzaa, it would fall into a lot of different categories possibly because of the time of the year that we're at. So what I'm advising you to do is pay attention when writing offers during this season to what the dates are and who's available. Remember, it's not just you, the buyer, it's your real estate agent, it's your real estate attorney, it's your mortgage broker, it's the people who work in title and escrow, it's every single person involved in the transaction. So that's why it's important. Like I teach my people here at Movementum Realty, our people, we call them Move Mentors, not Realtors, because they guide you and mentor you on the process of owning, buying, and selling a home. They're real estate agents that are more advanced and understand way more so that they can get you on the right page. But making sure you have somebody coordinating the efforts of all the people, so that way there, you don't show up to something and the people aren't expecting you, or contract dates don't get missed, so the need for extension is there. Just make sure you set that all up. Then, that said, even setting it all up, be patient. During this time of the year, people make mistakes. People end up late. It ends up getting dark earlier. There's lots of different things that happen, so just be patient. Now, let's talk a little bit about the houses. Let's talk a little bit about the overall process of showing during this time of the year. Realize you'll get turned down often because people have family parties. They might not want people in the house. This year with COVID, some people might not want anyone in the house until 14 days before the original holiday for them, just because they're worried about bringing their family in, first off, because government's telling them not to do so, but they're just trying to protect everybody. So just be okay with that. It takes a little bit difference. Also realize during the holidays, homes look different. With all the lights on them and all these things, it's easy to get distracted by all the glitz and glamour, all the niceness. So make sure you're looking with a more abstract eye and realize that if they have a Christmas tree, it's going to take up a lot of space. Or if they have all sorts of ornaments, or they have different menorahs or whatever, they're going to take up space. So in your mind, be ready to take those objects out of the equation so you can see better what you would have if the house wasn't during the holiday season. Now, let's talk about that time of the year. So it's holiday season, it's the winter time. We're here in the Northeast. Remember, when you're checking on houses, check windows, see if there's drafts, check down by the floorboard, see if there's drafts. Understand what the heating is like, because realize a lot of times when people have showings or open houses, they'll jack the heat up. They'll turn it on early. They'll make sure the place is warm. They'll make sure it's comfortable. They'll do little tips and tricks to make sure that you love the house and that you don't go, oh, geez, it's not exactly the way I thought it would be. It's a little bit cool over here, so they pump it. So make sure you check the heat, check those drafts. Another thing is this time of the year, it gets dark early. If you're going and looking at houses and you're going to be putting in offers, yes, we have the home inspection, but the home inspection isn't there for the obviouses. And you also can lose money on the home inspection if you don't agree with the seller to what's going to be done. So make sure you remember that you can't see roofs. You can't see things under snow. You can't see lawns under snow. You can't see things in the dark. So go by the house. Even if you can't meet with your agent at that time, do a drive-by. Do not go onto the lot without permission. That's still called trespassing, even if you're a home buyer and you could scare the heck out of them, say their kids or wife or husband is home by themselves, and then they see you out in the yard. It can really mess with them when it comes to seeing somebody out there. They might call the police on you. You certainly do not want that to happen. Just remember, guys, when you're shopping during this time of the year, it's really important to see what you're buying. And like I said earlier, I told you, you do have that home inspection and you do have a little bit of a catch, but getting into a contract, spending hundreds of dollars on a home inspection, wasting days, making people angry in negotiations, it's not worth it if you could have just saw it during the daytime that there was a glaring problem, or you could have seen it without snow. If you're home shopping and you see snow coming up, I influence you heavy to get out there, drive the neighborhoods today, book the showings for whenever you can, but get out on the ground. It's far too often I meet with buyers that have never been by the property. They've never seen it. They never even physically took the time to get themselves to the property ahead of meeting with me, which as a real estate professional, I can tell you can kind of be offensive when you pull up to a property and the person says, I don't like it. We have Google Earth. We have Google Maps. We have the ability to drive by properties. We have all these different abilities. So as a real estate industry professional, I don't expect you to invite me out to go to a showing with you when you haven't even done your due diligence to look at it. And I'm not trying to offset the value. I'm not trying to put it on you, the buyer, to do everything. But you should do yourself the favor of understanding where the thing, like if you get there and you're like, this isn't the one for me because it's on a main road, you haven't done proper homework. It's called due diligence. Just as much as I'm going to work for you or my Move mentors are going to work for you, you need to work for you as well, because if you send me listings that you want to see and they're on main roads, I'm going to book you other showings on main roads until you communicate with me that you don't want main roads. But if you're requesting showings on main roads, what type of message is that conferring to me, the agent? So understanding that is very important. Remember, no matter the weather, no matter what, rain, snow, shine, doesn't matter. Get outside when you're seeing the properties and see that everything works for you. Is there a neighbor's house that stares directly at the pool area and you don't like that? Are there power lines too close and you don't like that? Are there a highway within distance? Is it too far away? Is it too close? Is there not a commuter rail? Do you want a commuter rail? These are the questions that us, the agent, can't answer. We're just the ones who show you the properties and try to listen to everything you communicate to us to tell you which one's best. So last but not least, let's just talk a little bit more about the holiday season. Holiday season is a great time to buy. Lots of people are ready to move. Right now is a great time to shop because whether it be Thanksgiving week or it be Christmas week or it be Hanukkah week or it be Kwanzaa week or whatever time that you take off work, there is no better time than now to get out and look at houses, and it's actually kind of fun. What better gift for the holiday season than a new place to create a new start to a new generation of your life? Buying a home is a massive thing, whether it be a condo, a mobile home, a mansion, an estate, a simple apartment, whatever it be. It's going to be a very exciting time. So there's no better way to celebrate the holidays than to book yourself some showings and to get out there and look. Remember to try to always make sure to schedule things way in advance. Give 24 hours, 48 hours, as much time as you can during that holiday season so that we, the agent, can ensure to get you into that home. Guys, I hope this helps you in your quest to buy a home during the holiday season. Sorry that there's no Black Friday deals in this industry. If you need help buying, selling, or owning a home, please reach out to us. We'd be happy to pair you up with one of our Move mentors. If you haven't yet already hit the subscribe button, I suggest you do so right now. Tell your friends and family about this. If you haven't checked out our Facebook group, our blog, or our newsletter, there are amazing ways to learn more about being a better homeowner, buying for less money, selling for more money, and ultimately winning in real estate. Thank you so much for listening this week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. And congratulations to everybody on over 3,000 downloads to this podcast.